If you trade the U.S. equity indices, then you probably already know about the New York Stock Exchange Tick Index. But did you know that there is a tick index for the S&P 500? There's one for the NASDAQ 100 also. Could be a helpful tool if you trade those instruments. Index-specific tick indices, right now on Dragonfly Doji. What's up, traders? Before we dive in, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Dr. Brett Steenbarger, whose writings opened my eyes to these indices. Dr. Steenbarger is author of numerous trading psychology books, performance coach for portfolio managers and big traders and major financial organizations, and his blog, TraderFeed, is essential reading. His book, Enhancing Trader Performance, is, in my opinion, going to be a classic if it isn't already. I'll link some of his relevant blog posts in the description. Now, what is the NYSE Tick Index? NYSE Tick is a real-time measure of the number of stocks in the New York Stock Exchange trading at the ask minus the number of stocks trading at bid. It is a real-time measure of the aggressiveness of buying or selling across the universe of approximately 3,000 stocks in the NYSE. So the NYSE Tick has been a helpful resource for traders trying to get an idea of broad market sentiment, as well as a way of identifying larger players buying or selling baskets of equities. However, the NYSE Tick will be skewed towards smaller caps and may not be an ideal indicator for a trader trading NASDAQ 100 futures contracts, the NQ. Likewise, an S&P 500 futures contract trader trading the ES might find the NYSE Tick too broad, since it reflects about 3,000 stocks, and the ES represents only the largest 500 by market capitalization. This is where index-specific tick indices shine. An ES trader can look at the S&P 500 tick index to get an idea of whether buyers or sellers are more aggressive across all 500 equities represented in the S&P 500 in real time. Likewise, an NQ trader can watch the NASDAQ 100 tick index. An RTY trader can watch the Russell 2000 tick index. So now that we know that these tick indices exist, let's get them on our charts and get a feel for them. Let's walk through how to get the tick index up in TradeStation. Unfortunately, many futures trading platforms don't provide tick indices. This feature is just one of the many reasons I use TradeStation. First, open a chart. You'll want to have the tick index synchronized with the product you are trading. So it must be a time-based chart, not a tick bar chart. Go to Timeframe, Customize, select your interval and set Time Zone to local time. If your chart time is set to Exchange, then you will get an error. Hit OK. Now, click on Data, Add Symbol, and type in the tick index ticker. Here we are loading the S&P 500 tick index, and the ticker on TradeStation is $TIKSP. Hit Plot, and you did it. Now we'll look at some ways to use the tick index. And if you're still with me, remember to hit subscribe. That way you don't lose this channel forever. Of course, it's important to develop a trading style of your own, but I just want to give an example of how the tick index may be used for intraday trading. This is a 2-minute chart of the E-mini S&P 500 futures contract, the ES, with the S&P tick index below. This is on July 9th, 2025. The ES opened higher than the previous day's close and traded up. The S&P tick is fairly neutral to start the morning session. As the ES sold off, the S&P tick trended down as well. There were some strong tick readings breaching the negative 200 level, then a few more strongly negative tick readings breaching negative 250. But the ES did not make lower lows on the day despite these strongly negative tick readings. This can signal short trader exhaustion and this information can be used as additional confirmation for traders looking for a trade to the long side. On this particular day, that was a good trade to take, as the market continued higher throughout the day and into the close. For more information, check out Dr. Steenbarger's TraderFeed blog for a deep dive into the strategies leaning on tick indices and trading psychology in general. Links are in the description. As you can probably tell, I'm a fan of TradeStation. Quick executions, a tick-by-tick data feed, and many powerful tools, all backed up by personalized support. If you want to give TradeStation a try, use my promo code or click on the link in the description. Once you sign up, MLangle is your go-to. Any questions about TradeStation, reach out directly to him. His contact info is in the description as well. Thanks for watching. Until next time, good trading.